Good afternoon, ma'am and everyone. I'd like to thank for the opportunity that is given to me. So today I'm going to present about my manual presentation as the final project of TEFL. So the first is about the introduction. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Luh Vira Oktavia Putri with student's ID 201 202 1032 and I am from 3B class. So the purpose of this video, first I want to explain about my planned activity from the teacher or myself in order to improve student skill by doing this monologue presentation. And also, it is as a requirement to complete TEFL's final project. And then there are two skills that I want to improve for the students. So the first is speaking skills, and then the next is writing skill. Speaking skill includes the moment when the students talk, when they share opinions, when they give suggestions, and also etc. And then, in the contrary, writing skill includes students' work or their creation in the shape of writing works. Maybe it can be dialogue or text and etc. The scope of this learning activity first is the grade. I choose grade 8 of junior high school, and then the material I choose asking and giving suggestion. The strategy that I use is conversation cards and fill in the blank questions. And then the theory I use cooperative learning. It is because the main activity of my learning activity will be work in pairs. So the students will work in pair in my classroom activity. So the implementation or the activity, the teacher will explain about the material that is about asking and giving suggestions by presenting PowerPoint. And then after that, the teacher will practice the example of the dialogue or the conversation about it. After that, the teacher will explain about the conversation cards. The teacher will show it and teach how it works. And after that, the teacher will ask the students to look for their pair. The pair of the students will be asked to choose one conversation card that contains the clue of the conversation topic. So each pair will get the different topic of the conversation card. After that, the students are asked to make the conversation and perform it in front of the class or maybe by using the Zoom meeting. After that, after they perform, the teacher will give praise for their performance as a feedback. At the end, after all the pairs perform their conversation, the teacher will give fill in the blank questions by using Kahoot Media. And then about the strength and the limitations of using conversation cards. From my opinion, the strength of the conversation cards, it can test students' understanding because it happens incidentally, so they will not have preparation. And then it can develop students' creativity because the conversation card only given the clue, not all the material or all the steps. And also, it can develop speaking skills since the learning activity is ask the students to perform the conversation orally. Besides that, the limitations of using conversation cards, it cannot check each student's understanding because it asks the students to work in pairs. So the teacher will only know about the pair understanding, not each of students' understanding. But I have suggestion for teacher who wants to use conversation cards in their learning activity. So the first, students have to give different topics to all the group. They cannot have the same topics. And also, it is important to note for the teacher to prepare the cards well. And teacher should guide the students well to make sure they all understand. So maybe when they make the conversation, the teacher can look for each group and ask if they met a problem, they can ask the teacher directly so that you can explain what they do not understand. Alright, after watching my video, this video, I hope it can help you to understand about what is cooperative learning with using conversation cards. And I hope you can implement the cooperative learning, especially you can implement the conversation cards in your learning activity because it has so much strengths and also so much advantages at what I said before. So that I really recommend you to use the conversation cards or fill in the blank question in the cooperative learning method. Alright, that's all about my presentation for the TEFL final project. That's about one-word presentation. I am sorry if I made mistake and thank you so much for your attention. Have a nice day.